Hi everyone, it's Tawney. In today's video, we are going to be decluttering all of this makeup that I have. It's starting to overwhelm me, and I was doing my makeup yesterday and kind of realized that I don't really have room for the makeup that I have. I'm like out of breath and I don't know why, and then my hair decides it's like not gonna look good, so I apologize. But shower day, it's a Sunday, so like moving on. But I have so much makeup and a lot of it's in like random places. I don't like the way it's laid out. I want to get a desk to put either here or get a new way of like putting my makeup because I have these type of storage bins for my makeup, which worked at my old place and when they were on my desk. But I wanted to have a desk for my like computer stuff if I had to work from home. Well, there's no like we have no idea if we're going to be working from home or not. So I kind of feel like I need to just deal with that when it comes, you know? But for right now, I just kind of was like so overwhelmed with all the makeup that I have. And I was like, I need to go through, see if there's anything I can get rid of, see if there's like, I need to figure out a new way to store my makeup. But for right now, that's not going to happen. So yeah. So we're just going to kind of go through and chat about my makeup. So first thing I want to tackle, it's like everything, but first thing I want to tackle is this bin right here that has a bunch of like random makeup in it that I have used, haven't used, all of that, and I kind of need to go through and just like get rid of. So I have, okay, what is this butter bronzer? I have multiple butter bronzers, and I need to just get rid of the one that I don't use. So I have Sun-Kissed bronzer and Sculpting bronzer. And this is the Sculpting and this is the Sun-Kissed. And I think I'm going to keep the Sculpting and get rid of the Sun-Kissed just because the Sculpting's a little bit deeper and I feel like I might be more likely to use that. So I'm going to get rid of that one. I have this Stay Matte bronzer, which I already have. So I'm going to get rid of this one just because I don't need two, because I don't really use the one I have currently. I'm going to get rid of this Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula just because I've used it a ton, but I don't use it anymore. And the packaging is so bulky that I'm just like not feeling it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I have the Too Faced bronzer in light medium. It's the Milk Chocolate Soleil. I'm keeping this because when I use it, I do like it. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm getting rid of the ColourPop Voluminizing Mascara, the BFF mascara, because I just didn't like it. I just found that it like didn't do anything for my lashes. I am totally fine with voluminizing mascaras because they just give you that like length, which I'm totally okay with because I don't need the lift, but I found that this doesn't even do that. So I'm just getting rid of that because there's no point in having it. I'm going to get rid of the Collab Beauty mascara. This is the one in the pink tube. It has this kind of a wand, which I don't like that kind of a wand at all. So I'm going to get rid of it because I don't use it. And I find that sometimes gets too much mascara, like the liquid part on the brush, that it's so hard to work with. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And I'm kind of glad because I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't like that at all. Let's see. I have this Stila highlighter. I think I'm going to keep, but it's going to be on the chopping block because I just don't use it. Let's see. Maybe I'll add stuff to that because that's kind of my like junk put away thing. All of the bronzers in my drawer are good. The blushes and highlighters are good. Let's see about my concealers. I have a bunch of concealers I don't use, but they're still good and I want to try and use them. I just recently got out the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I do like this one, but I had one and it went bad. It kind of got a little gross and it started to smell weird, even though this one already does smell weird. Kind of smells like paint. But I recently used this yesterday and I liked it. It wasn't like mind-blowingly good, but it was still good. So I'm going to keep that. Let's see. I think I'm going to keep all of those for now. With my powders, I have a bunch of powders that I don't use. And it kind of annoys me because I don't use them. I'm going to get rid of this Milani Shine Proof powder. It's the Conceal and Perfect in the shade Fair. I've clearly hit pan, which kind of surprises me because I don't remember ever using this. The packaging is quite chunky. And since I hit pan, it's probably old, so I'm going to get rid of it. think the rest of them are okay for now. Then I can go through at a later point. And I'm going to put my Milani Prep Set and Go after I break it. I'm going to put that in there so that way it's off of my shelf. I also have this L'Oreal The Age Perfect Radiance Concealer. I'm going to stick in my concealer drawer so that way it's not on top of my shelf here. I have a lot of brow products that need to go in the drawer that I've just kind of realized that I'm like accumulating, and it's kind of annoying me because they need to be put in the thing. So I have these 3 items: the Milani Tattoo Studio Brow Gel, the Profusion No Budge Eyeshadow Primer, and the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I don't like things that are hard to say because then they make me feel dumb when I can't say them right. Okay, I have some things that I can get rid of, I think. I have a bunch of these tinted brow gels that I just don't use, and I kind of feel like I just need to declutter them. I'm going to keep the Control Freak because this is like a staple product, and even though I don't use it often, I'm going to keep it. The Essence Make Me Brow I really like. The NYX Tinted Brow Mascara is never going to leave my collection because it is my favorite. I'm going to get rid of the Almay Brow Styler only because I just find that I don't ever use it. It's a good product and I know a lot of people like it, but I just don't use it. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of this NYX Bear With Me, the Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Brow Setter, just because when I use it, I don't find that it does anything special. Plus the wand is very small, and I have others that like work just as well. And I'm going to keep this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boostin' Set, even though it's the exact same as the Almay one, but I'm going to hold on to it because I do like it when I use it. I'm going to keep all my brow pencils because I do like them. Let's see, all of my eyeliners and stuff I'm going to hold on to because I do like them. So let's put these back in here. I have some eyeliners I could get rid of, but I find that I don't use eyeliner a whole lot, but I'd like to keep what I have because what I do have is like fairly good products. So I'm going to hold on to those. Let's look at a mascara now because that is where all of my like clutter is forming, and I think there are a good bit of mascaras I can move to like this thing where I just kind of collect makeup. The L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes, I like it, but it's not really my favorite. I'm gonna hold on to that. The CoverGirl Exhibitionist I like. The It Superhero Mascara used to be better, but I'm holding on to it just because. Just hoping that it would get better. NYX On the Rise, Maybelline Falsies Lash Lifter Staying. The Elf and J Kissa I'm keeping only because it's a brown mascara, but I think if I found one I liked better, this one would go because I don't really like it that much, but I'm going to keep it just because. I'm keeping the Milk Kush Mascara. The wand is like freaking huge considering it's a mini, but I'm keeping this because I'm pretty sure I paid for the mini. I'm keeping the Caution Mascara from Hourglass. Yeah, keeping that one. Keeping the Essence Lash Princess because it's one that I like pretty well. The L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I was never one that jumped on the train of this one at the beginning. It wasn't something that really like I was crazy excited about, but I'm going to keep it because it's fairly good. And I'm going to keep one of the Monsieur Big from Lancome mascaras. Probably butchered that. I'm going to keep one of the minis, but I'm also going to get rid of another one because I have 2 and I realize I don't use those at all. And then I also have the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara that I have yet to try, even though I bought it like 3 months ago. So I'm going to keep that in the drawer and hold on to it. My foundations are the hardest thing because half of them are... Where? Oh, they're in this thing back here on the chair, and I don't like that setup at all, which is why I need to figure out a better layout for my makeup. But the thing is, at the old place, I had a desk in my closet where I could shut the door and pretend it wasn't in there, that I would keep all of that on, and I would just keep it in there and rotate out what I wanted to try or what I wasn't using or something like that. But I kind of need to not do that this time. So I'm thinking about, I have a bookshelf that I have yet to put together that I bought in May. yeah, whenever I was looking for a house, I bought this thing. So I've had it for a very long time. It's been through a lot with me, but I think I'm gonna put it together and maybe try and put some of the makeup on it and make it look nice so it's like it looks better. Oh, so I realized I have a bunch of other brow products that need to be put away. I have the Makeup Revolution soap styler that I need to put in, but I'm going to put that on top of this little shelf thing because I know it is not going to fit inside of the drawer. And then I also have the laminate brow from Makeup Revolution. I'm trying some new things to see if I like them or not. It seemed interesting, and I'm interested in seeing how well I can get the laminate brow thing to work, the trend, and test it out, so I'm going to put that in a drawer. I have these 4 liquid lipsticks that I need to deal with. Okay, I have this one in Self Starter, the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. I have this liquidy thing from e.l.f. in Red Orange Wash that I'm going to try and find a place for. For right now, it's just sitting beside my lipstick stuff. I have the Revlon Wonder Woman Kiss Me Coral Cream Lipstick that I'm keeping beside the e.l.f. one. And then I have this Lifter Gloss in Ruby, which I believe is a duplicate. That I have it. Yes. Am I right? Yes. This is the one that is unopened that I need to return because I accidentally bought the same shade, even though I didn't mean to. So I'm trying not to open it so I can return it. And I'm hoping that they won't have to throw it out, but we'll see what happens there because you never know. They might decide that they want to just throw it out, which is unfortunate because I never opened it. So speaking of lipsticks, let's go in and look at this collection of mine. I have a bunch that I don't use, but I'm keeping because they're like staple products in everyone's collections, which is kind of like a stupid reason to keep something. I have this one from L'Oreal. It's their Color Riche anti-feathering lip liner. It started to smell weird the last time I used it, so I'm going to throw it away because it kind of freaked me out that it was like going bad. And I got this new one from Tawney. It's the Understatement Lip Liner in Saucy Toffee. So I'm going to put that in my drawer with all of my other lip products. I have 2 of these Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Oils from CoverGirl. I have Fresh Squeezed and Swipe Ripe. And these are my favorite formula of like lipstick things. They're like tinted lip glosses. Oh, are they so pretty. I have this ColourPop Just a Tint in Gimme S'more. I don't like the formula of this, but I'm going to hold on to it just because. I have this one from Vintage by Jessica Liebskind, I think. It's in the shade Pink Sequin. It came in one of those BoxyCharm boxes, I believe. My sister had it and gave it to me, so I'm keeping it because it looks really nice. And then I have these 4 glosses. Obviously, I'm keeping the Maybelline one because I do like it. I have the Petal Pout Lip Mask from Flower I'm keeping. I have the Brazilian Sunset Muru Muru Butter Lip Thing from Physicians Formula I'm keeping. And then the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee that I'm holding on to because I never really got a chance to truly try it out. So I'm holding on to it to see how I feel about it. And then I have this lip liner from Lime Crime that keeps ending up in my collection, like on top in places. But I'm going to give this to my mom because it's in a shade she uses, and I think she could get more use out of it than I can. Let's see. I have this L'Oreal. It's one of like their lip stain things. It's in the deep red shade I Don't. I really like this, and I love that it sits down flat, like matte. So then that way, it like I don't have to worry about it like looking weird whenever I wear it. So I'm going to try and put that up top with all my other liquid lipsticks. And then I want to go through. I have this one from Milani. It's the Matte Satin Formula in Fancy. I'm going to put it in my like, I don't use it, but I'm keeping it section because I don't use it and I'm keeping it. And I forgot I have this Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara I'm going to put because I do like this. It's a recent one I just got. And I think I got it on sale, actually, so I didn't pay full price. But I'm holding on to it because I really like it. Okay, L'Oreal Infallible, the chocolates in 848 is staying. It's one of my favorites. Physicians Formula, All Natural Nude in the Healthy Lip is staying because I really like that shade. Let's see. Seductress in the Maybelline Super Matte, the Super Stay Matte is staying. I have this one in Hazelnut Hypnotizer from Maybelline. Not sure about, so I'm going to put that aside for now. I have Amazonian, which looks fairly similar. I think I'm going to get rid of Amazonian and keep the other one. I have another of the L'Oreal, so I'm holding on to that one. I have 130 Self-Starter. Didn't I just already say I have that now? Maybe this was the... Oh, I already mentioned that earlier. That's going to go in there because I like that shade. I have this Ofra in Bal Harbour, holding on to it because it looks really nice and it lasts a long time. The L'Oreal one's going in there. And then I have this one. It's the macaroons thing, an 822 from L'Oreal. I'm going to put aside because I just don't use it. And I'm also going to put this one aside because it's a little bit deep. And I find that I just don't like the tone on me. Okay, so now I have a bunch of lip... Oh, and I just got the Maybelline Sky High mascara that also needs to go in the drawer. See, this makeup is just everywhere and it's like taking over. Okay, so I have a couple lip glosses. Yeah, lip glosses. And I also have this drawer of lip products. See, I'm like so overwhelmed with makeup that it's just like, I like don't know what to do with any of it, honestly. So that's going to stay up top for now. I have the Patrick Ta, and she's expensive. My sister, no, I bought a variety pack from Sephora of different sized lip glosses, and this was in it, as well as the Fenty Glow in Fussy, but I thought it was their new one, the red one. I was kind of bummed that it wasn't because I wanted the red one, and it looked like it was red, and then I get the box and it says Fussy, and I'm like, that is the one I bought myself. Like, I wish it would have been a shade I didn't have already, so that way it, like, you know what I mean? I could have tried something new. I have the Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop in Glacier that I'm going to keep out. It looks very similar to the Patrick Ta one. They're a little bit different. Like, this one's a little bit more, like, deeper in tone, and this one's a little bit pinkier, but they're pretty much the same, so that's kind of cool. Like, if you want a nice dupe, that's kind of sort of a dupe. And then I have this e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm I have yet to try, that I need to try. I have a bunch of lip products up top that I'm just going to keep because I do use most of them. I need to get Mochalicious from ColourPop or from Wet n Wild because I have Baradol and I like it, but I feel like I'd like Mochalicious better. So maybe once I get that, I'll just switch it out. I have so much crap. The biggest problem is that I have stuff that can't go in drawers and stuff like that. I have the Juvia's Place Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. I've used this and I like it, but I feel like it goes on in like a streaky formula, in a streaky way. So I'm going to try and keep it, but I'm not totally sure if it's my thing or not. Like, I don't know. So I'm going to keep it down below because I don't want it up top. I have the ABH Contour Palette, which is the not cream one, the powder one, I'm keeping up top. I have the Alamar Cosmetics blush palette in Fair to Light that I just recently got off Poshmark because I realized I was very late to the game with getting that, but then they came out with the newest one like the next day. So, I mean, I have this highlighter from Jouer Cosmetics. It's the All Over Face and Body Highlighter in Molten Glow. It is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I paid a big penny for this, but the packaging makes it all worth it. Like, I mean, the product is good, but like the packaging just takes it to like the next level. Same with the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy palette, or the highlighter. I wish the highlighter packaging was a little bit nicer and a little bit more bougie-esque because it was like $27, $28. But the highlighter is like my all-time favorite one, so I'm not like overly upset about that. I'd like to keep some of my highlighters up top because I do find I use them a lot. This Coty Airspun Loose Highlighter in Snow Much Ice, I'm going to put down below. You even look at this and it gets highlighter everywhere. And it is the most intense highlighter I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's crazy intense. I love it, but it's crazy. The Revlon Skin Lights in 201 Daybreak Glimmer is staying up top because it's one of my favorites. So is the Disney Horse and Carriage highlighter, which you can no longer get. I'm very sad. I ordered this whenever it was like, order it now or it's never going to be bought again. And I should have bought two. I have the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter in Sin. I'm going to put that down below just because I find that I like it, but I don't use it quite as much. I have a bunch of highlighters that I need, or foundations that I need to deal with, but I don't know what to do with them. So they just kind of are chilling. I have the Milani Highlighter Duo Cream and Powder in Power Up. I've heard very good things about this and just recently found it. It's going to go below, but I am going to use it. I know that for a fact. The Rimmel Stay Matte powder is going to go in my powder drawer because if the Milani Prep Set and Go is going to go in there, so is the Rimmel one, because I like the Milani one better. But like, they're both good. All of my bronzers are staying up, the 4 that I use. The Fenty, CoverGirl, L'Oreal, and e.l.f. ones are staying up. My Nabla blush that I just got, the Skin Glazing Blush in Truth, I'm going to keep up top because I just got it and I really like it. And the packaging is gorgeous. Like, I freaking love this. So it's staying up there, as well as the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Pink Dahlia. I'm keeping that just because the packaging looks really nice and like fancy. And then my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Saucy Mauve, I'm going to put down below, but I do use that, so it's just going to stay like further down. All of my ColourPop products are staying up because I don't know what to do with them right now. And I like to put all of my powders that are sitting right here further down, but I don't have room at this moment. So I'm kind of like running into a roadblock, but it is what it is because I just don't have room. So now we're going to go into eyeshadow palettes. And I'm a little bit overwhelmed by this just because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. I just bought the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. I have mixed reviews on this, so I'm going to be doing a video talking about it just so you can kind of like see my thoughts. I have the ABH Sultry, the Too Faced Chocolate Gold, and then I have the Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe, the OG, and the So Jaded Kathleen and ColourPop palettes. So I'm going to try, I want to put those down below, but I'm thinking for now I might just keep them up top just because I use them a lot, or I try to use them a lot. I do have a good couple that I like want to use more. So I think I am going to keep those up top just because they fit where they are. The Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette's going to go there. So Jaded I don't use quite as much anymore. It's just something that I don't ever reach for. So I'm going to have to like get it out more often. I just got the Side by Side Nude palette from Nabla, and I freaking love this palette. Shout out to Julia Mazzucato, who just ended her YouTube career yesterday. I am like in mourning because I love her videos. She's so talented, so creative, and she's like 19 years old. Like, what? Like, I don't even... So that's going to go up in like honor of her. I have the Alva Odin's Eye palette, the Alva 2 actually. The one that nobody on YouTube seemed to bought. It's going to go down below, but not because I don't use it, just because I use it for colorful looks, not so much for like every day. The Mini Forest palette from Odin's Eye Alva 2 is going to go down below because, again, I don't use that one as often. Let's see. The BH Cosmetics Naughty palette is going to go up high because I recently got it and I'm trying to use it more, even though it's huge. The Stone Cold Fox from ColourPop is going up top because I really like that palette. I use it a lot. The Nice palette by BH Cosmetics, I'm going to put down below, but I'm going to try and use it a little bit. Well, I'm going to try and like use it for the first time because I haven't tried it yet and I'm really interested to see what it looks like. The Mulan palette that I had out, I'm going to put down below because I have a place for it and I do use it in that place. The Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, I'm going to put down below because while I do use it a lot, I'm just going to stick it down below with some other palettes just so like it's not so on the top, if that makes sense. The Sultry palette is going on top because I use it all the time. And the Naked Reloaded is going to go down below because after I recently used it, I found that I don't really use it all that often. So they're going down below. Then I have this next section that is contour and blush palettes. And I think I might be putting these two palettes in with those as well. I have my Loose Shades ColourPop palette that I never use, that I need to start using. Otherwise, I need to just declutter. I have a couple shades I could, but I don't have any way to store them if I'm going to like sell them or get rid of them. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I have this Hank and Henry highlighter that I am going to declutter because I realized I don't use it. And while it is nice, and it was a dupe for that Peppermint Frost shade from the Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette, I just, like, it's really pretty, but I just don't use it. And I think the Juvia's Place one might look identical to that. So let's see. It looks fairly similar. Okay, here's Juvia's Place, and here's the Hank and Henry one. So I think I can keep the Juvia's Place one, and it'll be like a fairly similar like dupe, even though the Juvia's Place is a little bit more pink tinted, but I think it'll work. So I think I am going to do that. So I'm going to get rid of the Hank and Henry one, keep the Juvia's Place highlighter. I have the Makeup Revolution highlighting palette that Tawney recommended that I have yet to use, but I plan on it. I have the BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease blush palette I need to keep and use. Profusion Blush 1 I need to keep and use. Well, I think I'm actually going to declutter this because I don't use it, and none of these shades really like speak to me, so I'm going to get rid of that one. My ColourPop bigger sized pans and two of my, forget what brand, but they do like these really pretty glitters where you don't need a base. I'm keeping these. I don't know why I bought this pink because it's not something I ever reach for, but I'm going to hold on to that and try and use it. And then I have the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing palette I'm going to keep because I do use it every now and then. My NYX contour palette I'm going to keep as well. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro contour palette I'm keeping because I do use it, even though I broke the one shade because I dropped it. That's how I broke the BH Cosmetics blush, the Glowing in Grease blush palette. That's how I broke that. Some more palettes I have. I'm keeping all of them. The Warrior by Juvia's Place I don't use quite as much as I used to, but I'm going to keep it because I've heard the formula is great and I like all those shimmer shades in it. So I'm going to hold on to that. All of those I'm keeping. I have a couple palettes I don't really use, but I'm keeping those in hopes that I will use them. Some of them are like limited edition palettes, so I don't want to throw them away. So yeah, I think for now, that's all I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to go through some makeup some more, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell somewhere down below so you get notified when I upload. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!